Alright, so this is 004 and this is 005. 004 is a male and 005 is a female. This is a very nice female. She's got an extremely black tail to her. Let me see if I can move you guys up a bit. Alright, that male. And there you can see the female. Yeah, alright, let's just jump straight into it. Oh, this dude's giving me a hard time now. And he's actually such a big feeder. I think he might be in shed though. I'm not really sure if he's just coming out of the blue or just entering the blue, so that might explain it. Come on. Come on. Done and done. Right, so let's move on to the female. This hopefully will go smoothly, trying to do two at once. Alright. Whoopsie. Oh. The trick is to not, when they grab and hold, right? The trick is to not just drop the pinky. You got to gradually let it go. Otherwise, they think it drags them down. And obviously, being arboreal by nature, something dragging them out of the trees is not a good thing. So, I saw that one coming. Just got to get them to bite and hold. That's it. Alright. So now we have two Vogels on the table chowing. So let's cue the little time lapse. So obviously that went much faster. So that'll be 004 and 0058. So that's awesome. So I'm going to try this again with 006 and then 007. Hopefully we can do this with all of them, and then I don't have to go to bed at 12 tonight, so that would be great. Alright, so since these individuals just ate, we jot this down. It's going good so far. 5 out of 9 ate whole pinkies, so that's a really awesome sign. Let me that's the date. Oh, okay. Alright, so now we move to 006 and 007. Again, a female and a male. Seems like we're dabbing pairs today. What do we have here? 006 and then 007. Alright, let's have a look here. Alright, so these were the babies that were 006. There you guys go. So these were babies that were very small. They were like half, well, they are still half the size of all the other individuals. Like here's here. Can you guys see him clearly? Alright, I can't get him in focus more than that, but yeah. So these two were and still are half the size of their counterparts. These guys are still a bit tricky. They're not going to eat on a whole pinky. I'm going to be giving them parts. A whole pinky will be a total waste on them, as they will absolutely not eat it. Now both of these individuals were assist fed the last time, and you guys can see them. Alright, so both these two individuals were assist fed last time. Today we're going to be trying to get them to eat on their own again. Alright, here we go. It's going to be pretty difficult, I think. Otherwise, we'll just have to resort to assist feeding and then just get done with it. But always try to get them to eat on their own first. Ugh. Nasty. Ugh. Let me just quickly get a tissue. These pinkies are nasty when they get cut up. Yeah, full disclosure, I'm not showing you guys how the pinky is getting cut up. Apparently YouTube doesn't like gruesome content like that, so yeah, guess that's what it is. So, let me see something here. I'm thinking I'm going to go hindquarters. Let's see. I think we're going to be in for bad luck. So the problem with these guys is they seem to be very weak, right? Okay, well this one's having a go at it, so maybe we can get him to chow. Now the problem with breeding snakes, right, is that the individuals that would have usually died off tend to survive only due to human intervention, right? So that's a good thing and a bad thing. The bad thing is that oftentimes you prolong the inevitable, and other times you can completely switch the inevitable. So yeah, not all individuals are obviously meant to survive. Those that do survive, that's awesome. Those that you do get pulled through, that's amazing. But if there are individuals that you simply just can't get pulled through, you need to accept that these probably would have died in the wild due to the fact that they are not strong. The strong survive. We all know this. Survival of the fittest remain, etc. Oh, come on. Oh, don't go there. No. Eesh. These guys are giving me a hard time today. Alright, I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to assist feed this one and then move over to assist feeding the other one. Now these individuals have been with me for up to, I think it's almost 4 weeks now. So I do know their pattern. I know it seems like I'm giving up early, but in reality I've been through this process a lot. So I'm going to show you guys how to assist feed. Please note that this should not be a go-to measurement if your snake is fussy. As you guys can see, these individuals are just half the size as the rest, and they seem to just lack the want to actually eat. Alright, let me see if I can get you guys in a better view here. Okay, I'm fairly sure you guys can see properly. Alright, so how this works is basically you're not forcing it, right? So you're not taking the food item and shoving it all the way down into his stomach. The only thing you're going to try do is take the food item, get the individual to open its jaw up, and as it starts chewing down on it, just get it into his throat to the point where he cannot flick them out, if that's making sense what I'm saying. So that meaning that they don't so let me just give me a second, guys. Alright, that should be good. Let's have a look. So what I say is the assist feeding is, it means you only get the prey item stuck in its mouth, so then the rest continues as it should. He should be chowing on his own. So let's see how this goes. A lot of times the feeding response kicks in and they simply take down the food themselves, and hypothetically after doing this, I don't know how long, but eventually they do convert themselves onto self-sustaining, well, self-eating, which is of course the end goal with every single snake you have. They have to eat on their own. So yeah, this is pretty much the reality of it sometimes. So let's jump into a time lapse here. Alright, starting to eat. So there we go. That's the feeding response kicking in already. I'm going to jump into a time lapse here.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one. You're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one.
Alright guys, so female 006 and male 007 is obviously not available yet, but we move on to 008 male and 009 male. Alright, these two are good feeders as well. Alright, a lot of you guys might be wondering what I was doing there with male 007, right? So I assist fed him, and as soon as he started chowing, I came in with my feeders and another pinky pot and my surgical still hands and delivered another pinky. So what that's called is it's train feeding, right? So how that works is as soon as the viper starts eating, this with his jaws, right? This walking movement. So as soon as that walking movement starts, you gently put a pinky pot in front of his mouth so that as he starts walking, that gets walked into his mouth, and then they don't realize that they're actually eating another piece. And a lot of times that can help get a snake that's tricky to get feeding to eat a tad bit more every time that you eventually do get him feeding. So yeah, that's another piece of advice I can give to you guys. Alright, I digress. Male 008 and female 009 are listed here as good feeders, so let us have a look. Alright, 008 and 009. Let me just get you guys into view. Alright, this is 009 and then 008 over here. Oh yeah, this is a super sexy nail. I don't know if you guys can catch out this detail on camera, but that's a sexy male. And then here we go to 009. And again, that's a very, very big male. Alright, so obviously by the looks of both of these two, you guys can tell how much smaller the previous two were. Which is again what I spoke about when I was, which is what I was talking about when I explained to you guys that oftentimes in, where I put my feeders? Oh, they dropped. So like I explained to you guys that oftentimes individuals that would die in the wild survive, or their death gets prolonged by human intervention. Now it's very hard to say when you shouldn't intervene with an individual, because obviously, you know, we as hobbyists, as enthusiasts, would very much like to keep everything we breed and everything we have alive, but the reality thereof is that that's not always going to be possible. So yeah, we have a runner. Yeah, don't do this. Don't do this. Don't do this. What times if you boop that snoot, they stop. Come on, stop. Yeah, no. This is where I want you to focus. That's it. That's not it. No. Do you remember the guys that when you do tease feed, that they do tend to get very aggressive, and you could very easily turn into the prey of choice. So yes, make sure that you're always constantly aware of where your fingers are. Ay, 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 ay. Ay, ay, ay. All right, latched on. Now for the next. Lightning force strike. Yo! I mean, that was your fingers, right? There's no way that you'd be able to pull yourself out of strike range as soon as they strike. I mean, if you're in range and they're locked onto your fingers or to whatever body part of yours, they will guaranteed strike you. There's no way that you can get away from that. And trust me when I say, although the bite might not be fatal, it's gonna mess you up bad. Little story time while these guys chow. Let me get both of them just in shots. Alright, a little story time while these guys chow. I did not breed these Vogel babies. So these were not bred by me. I am raising them for a friend because sadly my friend that had them got tagged by his adult pair. Well, he didn't get tagged by both of them, he got tagged by the male, if I remember correctly now. And after that, you know, he decided that, well, it's not worth it to keep venomous snakes, simply because the risk is too high. Which is the truth, guys. The risk of keeping venomous snakes is very high. If you're doing it to be a show pony or to get unnecessary attention, you are on your way to failure. But yeah, I digress. Let's cue the time lapse.
I guess you're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. 'cause you are the only one. You're back. Are you gonna tell me where you went? All the messages I sent with no reply. It's like that. You're just gonna walk into my room. I hate how you assume there will always be a place for you by my side, day or night. You know that it's killing me. Why do you always leave? It's not right. We don't fight, but I know what you've been through. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, the sorrows in your brain, 'cause I know you're on the run. I'll take the pleasure and the pain, your secrets to my grave, 'cause you are the only one.
Alright guys, so this has obviously been a very, very long night. Like I said before guys, keeping arboreal vipers, especially when they're young, is no joke. It takes an extremely large amount of time. But yeah, so technically we're still not done. I'm still waiting on 009 to finish his meal. It's ridiculously bad. But yeah, I'm going to be closing this video. I mean, it's already 11:30. It's definitely time to get ready for some bed. Tomorrow it's up early to go to work. So yeah guys, thank you very much for sticking through to this video. Thank you very much for continuously supporting this channel. To those of you that have subscribed, thank you very much. I hope you guys found the content to be fulfilling and obviously educational. I am really trying to increase the volume of knowledge that's getting shared on this channel. But yeah, in any case guys, welcome to the family. If you guys want to continue supporting the family, hit the subscribe button. It's going to be right over here. And from Mahana Exotics, I say peace out.